What if I'm right and you are wrong? What if you knew it all along?
Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my white room. Now, the movie that I am reviewing for you guys today is Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues. This is a movie that I did not go into with very high expectations because when I saw the first one, I didn't really enjoy it, most likely because I was too young at the time to really understand most of the jokes, is my guess. I haven't seen the first one in a while. So I went into this without a really good impression of the first one in my head, and this one actually really surprised me. It stars Will Ferrell as Ron Burgundy once again. They did a huge amount of advertising for this movie, so everyone and their mother knew that it was coming out. Steve Carell from The Office plays Brick, Paul Rudd plays Brian, and David Koechner plays Champ. So yeah, that's kind of the main ensemble of people. There's some new people. His wife, Christina Applegate, who plays Veronica Corningstone, she is also in the film. The movie in general follows Ron Burgundy. He is essentially at the lowest point of his career. He's been fired from his job, and he, like I said, is at his lowest point. He gets recruited into this new 24-hour newscast type of system. It's the first time that this has ever been done. And he reassembles his team, which are all doing very interesting things. They go and become involved in this newscast. And they essentially kind of redefine the news in many aspects. They get put into a very bad time slot, like a 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Slot, so it's the graveyard shift essentially. And they do news that people want to know and not stuff that they need to know. So they have a huge focus on like America being the greatest country in the world and blah blah blah. And then they talk about vaginas and car chases and just a bunch of random stuff that people will find exciting and interesting, as opposed to the regular news that they won't really care about necessarily. It's just a very interesting system. The comedy in this movie is pretty good for the most part. There were a few instances where it's like, you really didn't need to do that or whatnot, but as long as you go into the movie with the right mindset, I think the film actually does a really good job with the humor, because it's not going to be like a grade A movie or anything like that, but it's really good if you go into it with the right mindset. Yeah, the story kind of goes to a bunch of different points, but overall it covers Ron Burgundy and his rise to stardom, and then we see him get really prideful and then his kind of fall and then re-emerge. It's a very interesting film because they cover a bunch of different plot points throughout along the way, dealing with a bunch of different characters, and it worked for me for some reason. I don't know why, but it flowed really well, and just did a lot of things that I wanted it to do. So yeah, Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues gets a recommendation from me, which is surprising considering I was going into the movie kind of regretting going into it in the first place. So yeah, enjoyment wise, I obviously did enjoy Anchorman 2 a lot. Like I said, there were some iffy moments where they didn't really necessarily need something. Towards the end of the movie, there's a bunch of really cool cameos which come up just randomly and unexpectedly, and it was just a really, really cool thing that's put in there. So look forward to that if you see it. And yeah, overall, good movie and one that I enjoyed a lot. That's my review of Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. I'm recently putting up top 10 videos for books, movies, TV shows, and video games, so check those out if you so choose, and I would appreciate that a lot. As always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.
If I pretended